Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got another Mountain Culture and another Harry Styles beer. So the reason I say Harry Styles is, it's a Thiolised New England IPA at 7%. And they've got a little theme going where they've been calling their Thiolised IPAs Harry Thiols. The first one was Sign of the Times, and then this is As It Was. So they're just names of his songs. But pretty clever name there for the the series. I think they one of the brewers at Mountain Culture's name's Harry, so I'd say the marketing team were just coming up with some random shit, and that's what stuck. So the whole Phantasm, Thiolised, it's all the rage at the moment. So this is the second one, and not sure what the actual hops are in it, but we'll give it a whirl. Cheers, Angie. Good to see you. This is a bit of a spontaneous one, this one. So I already poured some of it just for the photo, but I'll top her up. Yeah, I've had a shit ass week this week. Just people, I won't go into details, but just getting screwed over by people. Nothing to do with work, outside of work. Let's just say I can't wait to own my own house and not have to worry about renting and dealing with fuckwits. So in the glass, very very different, this glass. I don't know what it come with. I think it was like a pale ale back in the day, but it's like a straw or even a yellow tinge in colour. I'd say light to medium body, one finger head, looks pretty soft. Let's go for a whiff. Cheers, Shane. Good to see you, brother. No worries, mate. All good. Just appreciate the support. I've watched a couple of your videos lately. It's good to see you back doing them again. You're away for a bit. So on the nose, I'm getting passion fruit, pineapple. It's got like a bready, biscuity malt. Might be a touch of maybe maybe like lychee or guava or something like that. It smells fairly sweet, but I'm mainly getting passion fruit. We used to have a place I used to live in my hometown with some mates. We used to have a passion fruit like plant, and it'd dangle over onto the back deck, and it just reminds me of that so much. Yeah, one thing with also with my camera, Shane, is sometimes a lot of these lighter hazy beers, they don't look right in the camera. I get comments like dishwater and all that stuff. So it's fairly accurate, this one. Probably just a little bit, maybe a little bit oranger. It's hard to say. Yeah. Cheers, Albo. Good to see you, brother. Hope all's well in Florida. Cheers, dude. So I'll go in, shall I? It's good to see some people about too. I honestly thought I would have been going live to no one today, just with the time. So huge passion fruit and pineapple. It's a very like soft, pillowy mouthfeel. The passion fruit's intense. It's like it's almost like a passion fruit sour. It's so strong. It must be that the thiolized must really elevate that hop character. It's a little bit grassy because the passion fruit's so strong. It gives off this slightly tart thing, and it's a little bit floral as well. It's quite different, but it's nice. Some of these Thiolised beers I haven't really been a big fan of, but apparently these guys have just been going nuts with like R&D, just trying to really nail down on perfecting it. Another thing that's been quite depressing here is the weather. Like it's been pissing down rain all day, and the wind is absolutely fierce. Like it feels like all my fences are going to come down. Cheers, Joe, brother. Good to see you, mate. We'll have to tee up some more reviews together, dude. It's been a while. Josh is talking about doing that 3 Fontaine one soon. So if you can get a bottle soon, dude, get onto it. Because yeah, it was originally going to be me, Josh, you, and Craig. I think maybe Adam, and now a few others have come into the mix. Rob from Hopzine. Yeah, not sure who else, but obviously we didn't want it too big. Yeah, yeah, no dramas. Have you had much knee deep of late? I know back in the day when I first got into craft and really started getting into IPAs, we used to be able to buy the big bombers of knee deep, and they were real like massively bitter and West Coast forward. And I just remember them blowing me away at the time, but I just don't know if they're still up to that same, I don't know, ilk. Like, are they still really epic and like piney and bitter, or was it just the fact that I had an inexperienced palate at the time? Because yeah, they're just starting to pop up in Australia again. I'm like, oh, should I get some? Because yeah, they're quite pricey. Yeah. So I just had the creek, I think. I can send you the bottle of what I got. It's just that same one I reckon I sent you ages ago. I think you were going to try and get something similar. Yeah, it was a bit of a flop, to be honest. Yeah, it sort of annoyed me because like I really wanted you to be there, and then Buddy Craig fell asleep. So yeah, it's sort of, I don't know, like it was built up to be this big thing, and it just was a bit of a fizzer. Sort of let me down. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's probably similar to me. Oh yeah, you two boys know each other. You've had a hangout recently. Yeah, the aftertaste on this one's good. I just can't believe how like massive passion fruit it is. I really, really wonder what hops are in it. All it says is it's got the White Labs yeast, double WL077. But yeah, they've made two of these Thiolised so far, and I feel like this is the better one. Yeah, be interesting to see if they keep going with the whole theme. But yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting to do a beer review today, and then yeah, just with I've had a heap of shit going on. And I've felt a little bit like, I don't know, like stressed out sort of thing. And once I knew it was all over, I was like, fuck it, I'm having a beer. I just get sick of like time for a rant. I get sick of people letting me down, like when it comes to service, and it's like I expect people to be able to do a job like I would do it for them, and I just feel like there's so many incompetent people out there. They say they're going to do something, or they organise something for you, or they tee something up without you knowing. Like, yeah, just I don't know if it's just selfishness or just, yeah, they're not very smart. So what happened? I'll elaborate on it, shall I? I'm already starting to rant, and it's good to let out some anger. So anyway, I haven't had any heating for about a month because I had a random checkup that they'd organised just because they want to put the rent up. So they have to have all these checks to make it valid that they can put the rent up where I live. So what they've done, they've got a gas fitter around here, and he's ended up going hardcore on all the heating, and said he's tagged it out and said, I can't use it, it's too dangerous, there's water getting through, there's rust. And anyway, because the landlord's such a fucking tight ass and the real estate are up his ass, they've ended up, yeah, it's got tagged out, I can't use it, it's the coldest time of the year. And I haven't had any heating now for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I've been fucking freezing. And anyway, I've blown a fuse on the phone and like, yeah, like got real angry and stuff. And then I'm on night shift, right, this week. And what they've done, they've not even let me know what's going on. They've turned up. Two tradespeople and the brother of the landlord turned up yesterday morning at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning. And I just got to bed because I've been on night shift. And they're like, oh, we're here to install the heating. And I said, I've just got to bed. I'm on night shift. I've had no fucking notice. Like, what's going on? This is bullshit. And they're like, oh, well, we just expected the real estate would have got in contact with you and sorted it out. And I know what it'd be. The landlord, he just does anything to suit himself and doesn't give a fuck. And anyway, I was furious. I said, well, it's not fucking happening. I'm going back to bed. Sort it out some other time. Like, this is ridiculous. And yeah, then today I've had like an inspection, and like they're like really sort of like apologetic, and yeah, it's like just one of those things. I'm just sick of dealing with shit people. Anyway, back to the beer review. It's a good thing about these lives. You can just talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. But yeah, the cost of housing in Australia is just so fucked. Just to get an average house here now, like I'm in a country town and an average house is $500,000. It's like, I can't afford that. I'm on a decent wage and I still can't afford it. Now, where am I up to with the comments? Yeah. So we had it sort of planned, like when you couldn't make it, we're like, oh, at least we got me, Josh, Craig, and Adam. And then Craig didn't turn up. Like, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. It's definitely a good, like it's a nice flavour in a hazy. And I feel like there's a lot of, especially New Zealand hops that have passion fruit as like a prominent note. Even the Aussie hops like Galaxy, I mean, it used to, not so much now. Cheers, Shane. Thanks for chiming in, dude. You probably left about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, well, now you know what it's all about. Yeah. Yeah, he's a cunt. I'll put it out there. He's an absolute cunt, a real piece of work. Just that typical dude that's greedy as fuck. All he wants to do in life is just make more and more money and just doesn't care who he fucks over to get there. And like, yeah, when I seen his measly little brother yesterday, like, because he would have rocked up there. The brother that owns the house would have sent the other brother to come round with the new heating, like just to come in and spy and see what's going on. And yeah, I was fucking fuming. I was going off, and like I think the dudes that come around to like install it, they probably seen it from my point of view. They're like real apologetic. They're like, "Oh, sorry, dude. Like that's not good." Like because I was like just I was going off, but I wasn't going off at them. I was going off about the situation. And they're like, "Oh, nah, no worries, dude. It's all good. You go back to sleep." Like they felt really bad. Like, yeah, there is nothing worse when you work, yeah, like different hours and like people just don't like consider it. Like they just turn up at any old time to suit them. But yeah, it's always the landlord. Like he's an absolute prick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some of his behaviour over the years, like I probably could have went to the police. He's that bad. Yeah. Anyway, nice beer. I should probably pour some more in. So yeah, I'm I'm on night shift obviously, so I go to work in about it's probably about 8 hours time from now. So obviously I'm just having the one or two beers. But yeah, I can't wait to get home from night shift because I feel like I just want to get drunk, let loose. It's always like, yeah, if you're renting a place, whenever you have that inspection and they come around every 6 months or whatever, it's always like a massive relief when they go. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the cold doesn't normally worry me, but there was a couple of nights there when it was in the like minuses. So I got really cold. Like it actually affected me slightly. Like I had to go get a blanket and then I got a flu and yeah. I'm obviously gonna look into it and see if they can like if I can get some money back for rent or something like that because yeah, it's not good enough. Especially the price I'm paying for rent. Like to not even have heating's a big thing. Has anyone out there had many Thiolised beers? I definitely feel it's a technology where it seems to be like New Zealand leaning. A lot of the hops and stuff from there. I'm pretty sure Garage Project from New Zealand had a lot to do with the whole phantasm. Yeah, it just felt like the the safety check got done, and then it was like there was no communication or like no care, like just nothing happened afterwards. And I had to like ring up and fucking abuse people just for shit to happen. And it's like it shouldn't come to that. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. One of my mates that I caught up with recently, he said that he hates stylized beers, and I can sort of see why. There's a lot of sort of shit attempts at it. Like I've had a few, and I've just been like, "What is this?" Like, yeah, this is tasty. One thing that's funny, like I always think of, is when I go live, and like that's part of my lives, part of the interaction is just talking about the day and that as well. Like I don't mind that, like and interacting, like people can talk about whatever and bounce off each other. But it must be so funny when people are strictly there for the beer review, or like the brewery or someone watches it and they're just like, what is he talking about? But I remember like watching Raggy's videos, and they were always like this, and I just thought it was great. It's just it's a good way just to get into someone's life, and if you enjoy the character, you sort of feel the highs and lows of what's going on. Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, half the time I just watch people just to see what they're up to, because you don't even give a fuck about the product. How would I score this bad boy? That is the question. I love that massive passion fruit. It's very tropical, like as I said, like pineapple, guava or lychee, or one of them. I always get them mixed up. Um, Looking at the back of the can, it actually says guava, so I'll go with that. Yeah, it says nothing about what the hop is though, or hops. But yeah, I would definitely say there's some Kiwi hops in there, maybe an Aussie hop. But yeah, I'd say the score for this, I'd probably say about a 4.4 out of 5. It's pretty good. Um, yeah, it's one of the better Thiolised ones I've had. I feel like it's really elevated that tropical flavour. On the nose, wasn't much different, but yeah, I think sometimes with the whole phantasm and Thiolised thing, there's particular yeasts where it's more about. I think that's what it comes to. It's more about the nose and the palate, and then there's others where it's like because obviously when it comes to flavour with beer, like it's normally about when you actually put the hops in the boil, where it's about bitterness or flavour or aroma sort of thing. So yeah, it's interesting how it all works. Good old science. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, lychee's a little bit different. Bit like kiwi fruit. That's different too. Yeah. Yeah, I need to try some of those fruits just to even like I want to try a pink grapefruit compared to a grapefruit, and then I want to try a blood orange. I should just make my own talus in fruits. So just get pink grapefruit, maybe some normal grapefruit, some orange, some cherry, a bit of pine, some grass, and some wood, and just like mash it all together. Yeah, blood orange is fucking awesome. What's your thoughts on the play on words? Harry Thiles. I thought that's pretty cool. Especially too when the brewer's name's Harry, makes it even funnier. But yeah, the first one was one of his other songs, and then this is As It Was. Yeah, that hit the spot. Quite happy with that. I've got some more mountain culture coming this week and some more banks. And then I'm about to put in an order that might have some knee deep in it. But yeah, there's some more American stuff coming into the country in the next few weeks, I think. So we'll see what there is. Uh, a little sneeze. Um, yeah, I've still got that bottle of Shared, aka side project, that stout in the cupboard. I might have to review, and I've also got that side project sour that I want to review. They're the sort of beers I want to share with people, though. So see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I missed one. Cool. Yeah, I'll try a heap of them. I need to just go into a proper fruit shop and get them. That's the thing. I'd be like, what the fuck am I looking for? Yeah. Fucking oath. Yeah. Yeah, the first one that these guys brought out was probably, I reckon it would have been maybe 2 months ago, I reckon. But yeah. Thanks everyone for chiming in, especially you, Joe, with the interaction. It's good to see you, brother. And yeah, we definitely need to hang out sometime soon. So, yeah, as I said, Harry Thiles, as it was, Thiolised NEIPA. I gave it a 4.4 out of 5. And yeah, I sort of hope they keep doing more of these, keep experimenting. It's what I love about mountain culture. They bust out the heap of different styles, and they keep experimenting with new like techniques, and that. It's good to see. It's awesome how they've got like a IPA based brewery, and then they've got a brewery that does a heap of other stuff. Yeah, they've got two. I think they got two head brewers, and one's sort of like the IPA guy, and the other guy's like the lager and experimental guy. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably do a beer review when I get home from night shift in the morning, I reckon. So look out for possibly a Future and Beak collab, or it could be something else. I'm not sure. I've got a couple of stouts there. I wouldn't mind a stout. So see what happens. Anyway, cheers, and thanks for listening to my rants. Later.